delicious, diabolical, and fun.
Delicious?
Someone from the Rolling Stone
Why is it
thought
delicious?
this movie was very tasty. I don't know. Here's the incredible follow-up to the smash hit phenomenon, Scream! Away at college, Sydney Prescott, Nev Campbell, Scream, and TV's Party of Five thought she'd finally put the shocking murders that shattered her life behind her. ... I'm a little scarred seeing the whoopsies. Hopefully that's not a problem by the time this airs. Crazy guy on Twitter. Anyway, until a copycat killer.
Alive Tony.
Until a copycat killer begins acting out a real life sequel. Now, as history eerily repeats itself, ambitious reporter Gail Weathers, Courtney Cox, TV's friends. They didn't put Masters of the Universe on there. I don't know why they didn't include that.
That's fucked up.
Deputy Dewey, David Arquette, Beautiful Girls. I don't think I've ever seen Beautiful Girls. And other Scream survivors. Sorry, Jamie Kennedy. Find themselves.
Brandy's a fan favorite.
Yes.
Find themselves trapped in a terrifyingly clever plot line where no one is safe. Director Wes Craven, Scream, and hit-making writer Kevin Williamson, Scream, I Know What You Did Last Summer. Oh, we're getting a legacy sequel to I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Team up once again and delivered the big screen's hippest, coolest, edgiest thrill ride ever. Someone talk so I can rest my voice. What do you think of Scream 2?
I like Scream 2 a lot. That's it.
Great job. Okay. I'm not even going to ask you when the first time you saw it was because you never know. When was the first time you saw
I
it?
block out my childhood.
It was definitely on TV.
Yeah.
Same with me.
Yeah.
I think, Scream 4 and Scream 6 were the only ones I saw in theaters.
But I don't know. I don't go to movies with you often.
Yes, you do!
I only saw one of them. Yeah, I remember actually a few blocks away at my cousin's house because they had like premium cable before my family did. I remember like just flipping through channels and like Scream 2 was starting. I'm like, oh my God, I watched that Making Up feature with Cherry O'Connell and now it's on TV. And I had a good time with it. It's good. It's very self-aware as the series is supposed to be. It's obviously parodying things. It's not meant to be taken super seriously, but it's like, hey, we had this really good slasher film that dissected slashers. Now let's dissect sequels. And they have a bunch. That's the whole thing. It's like exploring the concept of a sequel, how it's inferior. It could be derivative.
Are you suggesting that someone's trying to make a real-life sequel?
Stab 2? Who'd want to do that? Sequels suck.
I feel like they go more into that than they did in the first one about slashers. Like, they had that great scene going over slasher films, like all the rules.
Yeah.
But this is actually, it feels like it's continued throughout the movie.
Yeah.
So it's not just that one scene, but they're like, that was a great gag. We're going to keep it going throughout the entire thing.
Yeah.
Which I liked.
I will say, well, there's one thing, like, so again, a commentary on sequels. It starts off where the killer is killing people with names of the victims in the first one.
Yeah.
But then it kind of gets away from that midway through the film. But I like how it's like, oh, sequels tend to just do the same thing again. It's like, oh, someone's doing the same thing again. What did you think of the opening kill? Poor Jada Pinkett and that entanglement that she got into in the beginning of the movie.
I think it was really good. Actually, it's probably my favorite. It's hard to say because 4 is such a great opening.
Yeah.
I think that's my favorite normal opening, I would say. I really liked it. It was.
Oh yeah, that's not like super. Yeah, I get.
Yeah, that wasn't like corny or something, or like not.
And I like
on purpose.
So it's gotten meta. There's now a film in the universe called Stab, directed by Robert Rodriguez. And I like that she's like bringing up the criticisms people have about slashers. Don't look down. Don't. There's a monster. Sorry, there's a bulldog in the store. I swear to God, no. Hey,
Leave him alone.
No,
He's sleeping.
his paw's really close to the cord, and I don't want him to unplug
He'll be
everything.
fine. Leave him alone.
Just like kicks him.
Okay, I don't want him to pull the cord
Totally
out.
kicks dogs.
Okay. So I like that they're bringing up criticisms from the first movie, like slashers are stupid and whatnot. And Jada Pinkett is like the pretentious film girl.
They even said like she took like film class or film degree or something.
Yeah. And they make fun of the whole like black people dying first
Yes.
thing. Ironically, they're the ones who die first.
I can't watch this scene now without thinking of
Scary movie.
Yes!
This was back.
Oh, this is some scurry shit.
I love scary movies.
She pulls the camera.
They need to do another one and bring back Sydney and Brenda. So, like,
I know that
It's
almost
so-
that entire movie by heart.
oh my god,
The
What-
third one?
the fourth one isn't like great, but I think that's the last one with what's her face, the friggin' actress.
Oh yeah, I know who you're talking about. Anna
Oh my
Faris.
God. Yeah,
Yes.
I think that's the last
I
one
love
with her,
her.
right?
I think that's the last scary movie.
No, I think they did another one.
You might be confusing it with disaster movie, epic
Ugh, I
movie,
never
and all
watched
those
that. I didn't
other
watch that.
movies. Yeah,
Those I
No, it's a great
don't like
movie.
those.
What?
Not another teen movie.
it's okay. Yeah,
What do you mean it's okay? It's amazing.
okay. It's got a couple jokes that were good.
Did
I
you
haven't-
ever
I haven't seen it in 6 million years.
have you ever reviewed it? That or like American Pie or any of those?
I don't know, girl who's been on the podcast since almost the beginning. Have I reviewed it?
I don't watch the ones that I'm not in.
You just don't even know about them? You don't even know about them?
No, you guys are talking about like how you reviewed Anaconda. I was like, oh, okay, you guys reviewed Anaconda.
I'm so glad the three of us are together. Yeah, so it's a fun opening because like they're making fun of like, you know, this movie's disrespectful. It's making light of a tragedy so soon after it, which I think happens less these days. Like back in the day, they used to pump out movies based off tragedies and stuff.
Those 9/11 movies came out so
They
fast.
came out
Yeah,
pretty
they
quick.
did.
They came out pretty
It was like they
quick.
were waiting for it almost.
I feel like
Woof.
Gus Van Sant pumped out Elephant shortly after the Columbine stuff, which we'll bring up in Scream 3. They do that less these days. But yeah, it's a great opening where like there's so many Ghostface around, so no one knows what's going on. She does that awesome scream and then just dies. And I like that in the film, it's Heather Graham as the Drew Barrymore character. My problem is those guys were peeing at the urinal while wearing their robes. In the men's bathroom, I feel like you're gonna.
Do you just take off your cosplays?
Yeah, no. Why?
It didn't even look like they were lifting it up. Like it's just
Maybe they had a hole.
why?
Use
Okay.
the access. It's to put in the popcorn.
And here's my other problem with this one
Oh my
opening kill.
god.
So
Just
look. I'll buy that the killer knew that the guy was in the stall, but how did they know exactly where their ear would be and that they would even put their ear up to the stall? I thought that kill was real
I just keep
convenient.
thinking about the penis.
Also, what if there were other people in? I don't know. That kill,
In
you
the
had to get
stall?
the killer in this. The killers in this, they get really lucky.
They get really, really lucky. Somehow they're really, really good at
Yeah.
fighting with the costume on, but as soon as the costume's off, they have no idea how to
Yeah.
fight. Like, it's like a super... I think the costume's a superpower, to be honest.
Yeah, like when they have the costume on, they look like a really seasoned stuntman, and when the costume's off, they look like the ant from Roseanne stumbling around in heels.
I always wonder,
Spoilers.
like, how the fuck aren't they able to take this guy, like, or girl? How? Especially, like, later in 4, where she's, like, 20 pounds. You're like, how?
It gets worse in 5, where the girl's even tinier. And you find out she did most of the killing. I don't know. It's a fun time, and like part of it isn't as good as the first movie,
No.
but it knows that. That's
Yeah.
kind of like the point of it. They're bringing up stuff that was very topical at the time, like do movies cause like violence and stuff?
Yes.
Which the first movie addressed. He's like, no, movies don't make you killers; they just give killers ideas.
Yeah. ...
Ideas. Okay, I'll explain afterwards.
Boom.
What the fuck?
By the time of this recording, I'm either dead or that guy got kicked off Twitter.
Like I said, that's actually my alt account, Tony.
Well, someone's trying to make it true. Yeah, so like that's what this is kind of exploring, because this is the 90s. This is like Mortal Kombat's out. They're trying to censor video games.
Yeah.
Comic books were super violent. It was like a whole thing.
Whole thing with was that around the time with music with Marilyn Manson?
Yeah, Marilyn Manson, which music had been going on for a while, but
Yeah.
it was like getting a little bit more. And they have like characters debating this. Again, these movies are meta. They're commentary. Some people kind of miss that sometimes. By the way,
Yeah.
this is the ultimate it's that person movie.
Yeah.
What you got? The film school discussion scene. It's the guy from Dawson's Creek. What's his name?
It's not James Vanderbeek. It's the other guy.
No, it's not James
it's,
Vanderbeek.
It's oh my god,
never-
Josh
Hartnett?
No,
That's the only
No.
Josh I know from the 90s.
No, Josh Hartnett was in Halloween H2O. We already
that's
did
right.
that one, Crystal.
Is it Joshua?
Joshua Jackson.
Okay.
Yeah, so Joshua
I almost had
Jackson's in there. Sydney's roommate, because she's in college now, is part of a
Sorority.
sorority. I was going to say fraternity, and I'm like, oh, that doesn't make sense. And the sorority members are Portia de Rossi from Arrested Development, who ended up marrying Ellen, and Rebecca Gayheart. Killed someone in real life. Accidentally.
I didn't
Seriously?
know. I didn't know either.
Yeah, it was manslaughter. She ran over a kid, I think.
Yeah, 9-year-old kid. I Googled
Wait.
after.
Yeah.
Was she drunk or something? Or
No, completely.
I think
sober.
it was distracted. yeah.
No.
Oh,
She tried
God.
to swerve around another car that stopped or something like that, and the kid was chasing a soccer ball that went into the street.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So it was like tragic all around.
Yeah.
That's so I can't imagine living life after that.
I think she said she tried to kill herself afterwards.
Yeah, probably.
I wouldn't.
She's in the movie.
God.
Sarah Michelle Gellar's in the movie.
I love her so
Yes.
Who
much.
we all know as the bad Buffy. Am I right? Crystal's on my side. We're
I've never seen Buffy.
because you love the movie so much, you don't want the show to ruin it. I'm with you. I'm with you.
I'm with you.
I've been up for a while. That was my favorite part when Ghostface killed Sarah Michelle Gellar. I'm like, that's what you get for ruining Buffy. Timothy Olyphant. Timothy Olyphant
Mickey.
is Mickey. Mickey in the movie.
Oh, gotcha.
Which probably my least favorite Scream killer.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was just kind of there, but
Yeah.
like I think that was the point. He was
Actually-
supposed to mainly focus on the mom. He was just kind of hey,
Yeah.
you want to kill people? Sure.
What did you think of his?
Yeah.
What did you think of his dancing during the romantic song scene?
I think I love
Yeah,
you.
I like Timothy Olyphant. He's in a lot of good movies.
Did you ever see The Girl Next Door?
No,
Oh, I have.
I love that movie.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah.
who's in that?
Alive. Oh my god, Alicia. Oh my god, what is her name? She's blonde. She's really pretty. She married to a hockey.
Oh, the girl from 24.
Yeah.
Is that she's like a porn star in the movie?
Yes.
Right? Yeah. I know what you're talking about. I did see that. Yeah, I think it's a fine movie. I don't know. What are some of your favorite moments or kills from this?
Johanna, you go. I'm thinking.
I like the play scene where she starts getting like PTSD.
Okay.
Oh my
okay.
god, yes.
Can we talk about the play scene?
Yes, that's why I brought it up.
It's so good.
She's hallucinating, right?
She has
Yes.
PTSD.
Okay, good,
it
good,
is
good.
This Ghostface is not there.
Okay, good. That's what I believe.
Yeah.
But part of me is just like, because I feel like some people interpret it literally, and I think I did that as a kid. I'm like, wait.
Oh no, I always thought
I get
she was seeing him because she's surrounded by people in masks and black cloaks.
Well, I also thought that too for a while. Like, is he? Because that is a great opportunity for Ghostface to be in there.
And the Ghostface are kind of, so we talk about in Scream where he's stalking them at like the grocery store in his Scream outfit. It's like, what are you doing? Not now.
Yeah.
But no, I remember as like a kid watching, I'm like, wait, did the Scream guy put the costume on and then sneak on stage
Yeah.
and then like he knew the choreography.
That's the thing.
He
is,
knew the
I
choreography.
would've
It was
believed
Mickey.
that. Yes, it was Mickey. I wouldn't have been shocked at, but if it didn't happen at the very end where like she fell and it was the
Yeah.
other guy, then I would have been like, was that?
By
Like,
the way, in that scene, everyone's shocked by her reaction. It's like, you idiots! You know she was attacked
She's
by a
going
guy
through
in
something.
cloak and mask. And also, when did she suddenly want to become a theater actress? I don't remember hearing anything about that in the first movie.
I
Well,
never
she never
really
said
gave a
that she
crap
went-
about theater, and I friggin' joined at our high school.
yeah,
But it was her major. I'm like, I feel like we've heard about
What's
it.
wrong with that?
She's
literally.
working
No.
I literally have a BFA in theater
I'm not saying
production.
it's a bad
Calm
thing.
the
It's just
fuck down.
I didn't get any of that from the first movie.
Well,
and then
she didn't say she wanted to be a goddamn doctor.
Yeah, she didn't say anything at all about college.
But yeah, I don't know. I didn't see any theater stuff in her room. I don't know.
You did. That's not how
She was
that
never
works.
like, I don't like movies. I like traditional theater.
I went to school to become a vet tech, and did you see animal stuff all over my? No, I just loved animals. Like,
Yeah,
I'm just saying, it was a
stuff.
weird thing that only existed for this movie. She never. Well, the third one she's in hiding, but in 4 and 5 she's never like, you know what? I finally made it to Broadway after all the. I had to kill my niece and everything beforehand, but I finally made it to Broadway. It was just a weird thing that came out of nowhere and then it never comes up again.
you're
It's
thinking way too much into this.
It's good symbolically. I like that. I love that David Warner's there, by the way, lecturing her. the voice of Ra's al Ghul from the Batman animated series, and also that guy from Titanic. And he's also in a lot of other movies. He died a few years ago.
Oh.
David Warner was awesome. He had that cool voice. I can't do his voice. I like to think Ghostface was dancing.
Yeah.
Because we saw that Mickey knows how to dance from the
Very good.
Got it.
That's one good thing this does. It actually does make you, again, care about the characters. Like, it wants you to be uneasy about Jerry O'Connell. That poor fucking guy. Jerry O'Connell, the boyfriend.
Oh, no.
Because...
You do.
I was thinking about Cotton. Never mind.
Oh, yeah, Cotton comes back.
Cotton comes back.
I love his character.
You never know how you feel about him until like the very, very, very end, and then you're still a little iffy about him. But you're like,
because
He's a douchebag, but he's still a good person.
it's kind of justified though. He did
Like
have
Tony.
Oh, you think I'm
Tony
a
might
good
be a little
person?
worse.
Sometimes.
I'd say that he murders someone.
What?
Personally frame him.
Yeah. Can Tony murder someone? No.
Honestly,
Is he
if
capable of
someone
doing
sent
it?
me to
No.
prison for a year, then it was like a wrongful conviction and I got out of it, I would totally try to milk that and get my 15 minutes of fame.
You milk everything. You
I know.
milk being alive.
What else is new?
By the way, if Riley ends up going to jail wrongly, when he gets out, I want him to be a cotton weaver. I want him to go to Eric July and be like, you owe me a 60 minutes interview.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's the thing. He's trying to get an interview with Gail Weathers, who has nice red streaks.
I love her hair in this.
Yeah.
I think this is her
Yeah.
best hair.
Even Dewey's like, nice. And walks away.
I like that Dewey came back because they
Love
were
Dewey.
famously going to
Oh,
kill
hail
him in the
Dewey.
first one. They kept him alive. They bring him back.
They're married at this point, yes?
In real life, yes. The characters have broken up.
Oh, I
yeah.
didn't know they were married in real life. Shit.
Yeah, for years.
Are they still married?
No.
No.
Oh, yeah.
But they were married for a really long
I
time.
had no idea.
Yeah, so they I like how the characters are evolving. Dewey, Gail, Sydney, and then you got Randy.
I love Randy.
Which, by the way, it as an Aliens fan, it really pisses me off that he says that line with confidence that the guy got the quote wrong, but Randy actually got the quote wrong. Because the guy's like, get away from your bitch. And he's like, I think it's stay away from her, you bitch. I'm like, no, it's get away from her, you bitch, Randy. And at that moment, I watched it, I'm like, I hope Randy dies. And then Randy dies. And I went, oh my God.
It was so sad.
That was good, though.
That was.
Baiting. Yeah.
Yes. Because some sequels will kill a member of the previous one, like Friday the 13th Part 2. Alice gets killed right in the beginning.
Yeah.
And so does Crazy Ralph. Not even Crazy Ralph got spared.
But no, I like when Randy was like, he was like really attacking the son too. And
Yeah.
like, you're like, after you already see it and you're watching it again, you're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, she's getting pissed now.
Yeah. Also, during his death scene, again, they're just very lucky. There just happened
Oh,
to
so
be
with the
a beatbox guy and a bald dude like dancing,
Yeah.
like break dancing, like. And you find out later that she didn't even want to do that. She just got angry at that moment. And I'm like, what luck? There just happened to be a bunch of beatbox dudes.
There's a lot of like, oh, that just happened to happen. Like, what?
That is a good moment though, where they're going around with the cell phone trying to figure out who's
That
like
was really
Dewey's
good, yeah.
tackling dudes.
Oh, jeez. I will say, going
Yeah.
back to the theater part, the one thing that threw me off, and I didn't really, when I first saw it, I probably was just enjoying it. But because I was at work watching this at a theater, basically, she takes an axe and she's trying to cut down all the line sets. Do you know all you have to do is you just move the lock up and you just pull the handle and it comes right down?
How the
That's
fuck would
it.
how the fuck would I know
You know,
that?
and then
Crystal?
also when you slash it, it's not electronic, so all these sparks are coming up, and I'm just like, what the fuck is happening?
It looked
I was like, you
cool.
know how many times, you know how many ways I've been thinking about this since high school?
Yeah.
How many different ways you can murder someone in the theater? I swear to God, I've been thinking this since high school. Because there is
Crystal,
so
will you
much
say that
equipment
again
above
and
your
add
head.
ellipses throughout the
Shut the fuck up.
Jesus.
I've been thinking since
Dot,
high
dot, dot.
school. I have ideas. I'm sorry, there was a crazy guy on Twitter at the time of this recording. That's like,
You know that he's gonna like get all amped up listening to this.
yeah, he's been making thinly veiled threats. Again, this comes out months from now. Who knows if that is even a thing anymore?
Jesus. But yes, there's so many different ways
Yeah.
that because there's so much equipment above your head. And I'm
Yeah.
just like, oh, there's so many other ways you could have killed her.
By the way, I think speaking of kills, I think As much as I'm happy that Sarah Michelle Gellar's character died as revenge for what's her face from the original movie, I do like that he just tosses her off a fucking balcony. It just is a splat sound effect.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah. I do like when Dewey gets stabbed again in like the soundproof thing, and like Gail can't hear it. That part's rough. But yeah, no, it's a good time. Did you think the killers were obvious?
No.
I think this is the only one where I was just like, oh.
Mickey.
Yeah. No, I would say the third one, I was like,
Mickey is a little too on the nose, and I think that's to be like, oh, this is.
I think that was on purpose.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
on purpose. Like, oh,
I agree.
obviously it's him. So you were trying to think of the next person. When I first watched this as a kid, I didn't expect Debbie Salt to be
No.
Billy Loomis's mother. But it was clever how they did that. I think only Gail interacts with her.
yes.
Because everyone else from Woodsboro would
Knows
have
it.
recognized her. And I'm
Yes.
like, going back watching, I'm like, oh, that's really clever.
That is.
You find out that Billy Loomis's mother, who abandoned him, that family sucks.
Yeah.
Who abandoned him, decided that she did want to be a good mother after he died. So she lost a lot of weight and got some surgery. Ends up looking like the aunt from Roseanne, Laurie Metcalf. And she went on like, what was it, a psycho chat room on
Something like that, yeah.
on the internet and met Mickey and like basically came up with this whole plan. And Mickey's plan is like, I'm gonna blame the movies and say that's what made me a killer. And then Mrs. Loomis is like, no, you're my fall guy. Boom.
Yeah. But I did think for a second there it might have been him and the boyfriend. During that one scene, you're just like, oh shit, is it? Like
because they're talking about how like sequels like to rehash and recycle ideas. That it's making you go there like, is it the boyfriend? And it makes it tragic when he dies. It's like a legit
so
sad
tragic.
thing.
And then he just goes up and you're like,
Just-
it's like he's like Jesus. Yeah, I was like, okay,
Because
bye
I
Jesus.
think she's still wearing his necklace in the third one. She might.
the
Oh, is
letters,
she?
right? Yeah, she wears the letters.
She
in
wears
the
it in the third one. I don't know. We just watched the fourth one, but I didn't take a look. She might.
I don't think she was wearing it in that one.
I did enough
I
time.
specifically remember the third one she was wearing
Yeah.
it, but I don't think she has it on in the fourth.
I think
She's
enough
over
time.
it by then. She's
Enough
like,
time
"Screw
has
it."
passed.
Oh my god, there has been.
Yeah, between that movie, yeah. But yeah, the finale's kind of fun. Laurie Metcalf as the killer. It's just really when the styrofoam bricks fall on her, she's like,
my
oh no. Yeah, and then again,
But like, how could you not take her?
I love Cotton's whole thing.
Oh.
Cotton could save the day, but again, he's really mad at Sydney for falsely accusing him. Like, he understands, but she's kind of a dick to him, so he gets to that thing where it's like, I really want the 60 Minutes interview, and he's like, should I let her die and get revenge? And then Sydney's way out of it is like, I'll do this, consider it done. He's like, oh, okay. And he, like,
Yes.
goes-
Some
He
you
was just
bullshit.
so selfish.
That's some you bullshit.
Oh my god, yeah.
What? I would never. I'm the hero of the people. I'm selfless. I only think of others and bettering society. I think not of myself.
Uh-huh.
I can't wait to talk about Scream 4. So yeah, this one does
We came to a
feel.
realization because he just had it on, and
Yeah. So
You'll see.
yeah,
Oh,
this
Jesus.
one was solid. It's a solid sequel. Not
I
as good
just
as.
hate the fact that it was that mother. Like, for some reason, the mother doesn't make me the happiest.
I mean, that is a sequel thing, though. Like, they
I
bring a
know.
character like, you killed my brother. I'm here to
I know.
avenge you for this.
Family revenge. I get it.
I do like Mickey had the very 90s motive. She's like, nah, mine's old fashioned revenge.
I do like that.
But yeah, it's got some decent kills in it. I'm sorry, before we move on. The car scene is the one that drives me nuts.
oh,
when the killer crashes the cop car and the one cop gets the pole through his head.
Oh,
But it's like, rip his mask off.
Yes.
Rip his mask off right now.
strangle
But
him.
did it-
Strangle him. Like,
Yes.
he's knocked out. You have the advantage. Like, you guys can get your friend in there and double team him. And then when Sydney gets out of the car, it's like, you're at a construction site. Grab a rock.
wasn't the gun on the hood? Didn't the cop have the gun on the hood? Like, he had it right there?
He might have. You're
I
right.
could have swore there was a shot where you saw the gun on the hood in his hand.
He
I
might.
could be
That makes me
making
even
this
madder.
up.
That is the most
You
mad
could have
I've.
just grabbed the gun and shoot them right there.
That is the most mad I've ever been at Sydney. I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Also, I'm assuming this is Mickey because then we see Debbie in a scene after this, but like Mickey's like a ninja. He gets out of that car really quick
So fast.
and runs around the block to get behind her like roommate.
He's
and
very
s-
dedicated.
He's very dedicated, very fast, and very quiet.
Yes.
Recovering from a head injury. He did that while recovering from a head injury.
That one made me sad when she died because she just wanted to
Yeah.
get the hell out of there.
Yeah. I do love Gail's cameraman.
Love him.
He's just
I
like,
wish I saw more of him like later.
Yeah.
I like that he's like, I need to get the hell out of here. This is too much. And then he comes back at the end after it's
Yeah.
done. That's pretty clever.
Something you would do.
Yeah. No, 100%.
Yeah.
And then Dewey lives again. They did the Dewey fake out again. Yeah, I enjoy the film. It's solid.
Is this the one where he proposes afterwards with the book? Or
No,
is that
no,
that's the third?
That's the one.
Yeah, it's the third.
Okay. Yeah, good time. And then a few years later, they did Scream 3.